Alright, so I guess I want to make a short little video discussing my thoughts on the upcoming Super Mario Galaxy movie. And honestly, even from this little short 1 minute long teaser trailer, I think this movie looks wonderful. I think it already looks so much more colorful and vibrant than the first movie. Like, I think even the first movie did pretty good at looking like a Mario game, and this movie does even better at that just from this trailer alone. Like, the colors just pop so much more here, especially during the first 30 seconds of this. And I mean, the idea and choreography behind this little 1 minute trailer it's just so well done. Like, the butterfly just takes us through the Mushroom Kingdom and eventually leads us to space where it shows the title. So that kind of leads us to the next part of my video. Does a Mario Galaxy movie have like actual potential? My answer to that is absolutely yes. Like, yeah, they're primarily pulling from only 2 games for this movie, which, yeah, I know isn't like a lot to work with, especially compared to the first film where it was just the Super Mario Bros. Movie, so they had free reign from Mario's entire history to work with. And since this is literally called the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the expectation is that they're going to pull inspiration mostly from only 2 games, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. So on paper, that makes this movie sound a lot more limiting compared to the first one, until you realize there are so many different characters and iconic locations and even lore exclusive to the Galaxy games. I mean, the Galaxy games are the origin of a Mario mainstay now, Rosalina, and we just see so many characters that appear in Galaxy that take up pretty significant roles that we just never see again in the Mario series, like the Penguin Coach from the Loop-de-Loop Galaxy, and to a kind of lesser extent the Honey Queen. And not only will these characters probably serve as really memorable and funny characters in the movie, they're also exclusive to these galaxies, meaning I think that will bring a lot more inspiration for the plot of the movie and will actually serve Mario a purpose for going to these galaxies. Not to mention other characters which are far more memorable and popular than the ones I've already mentioned, which I don't know why I haven't mentioned them yet, like the Lumas, which we already know will be in this movie, Captain Toad along with the Toad Brigade, and Lubba from Galaxy 2. And I just really want to see Lubba in this movie, man. Not only is he the GOAT, I mean, just look at him, and he would be a really great slapstick comedy character, and he could introduce the Starship Mario, which could potentially be a really great plot device. And a lot of these significant characters in the Galaxy games also give you missions or like challenge you in some way, which could be expanded upon in the movie and could really aid the plot. Not to mention the elephant in the room, Rosalina, who has an entire backstory that they can implement in the film along with a lot of lore to work with. I mean, Nintendo is literally making a real-life purchasable version of Rosalina's storybook from Galaxy, and I don't think they would release that if it didn't have something to do with the movie. And it's not like they're completely limited to the Galaxy games. I mean, Yoshi's obviously going to play a major role in this movie since, you know, the post-credit scene of the original Mario movie was a Yoshi egg being cracked or something. And per the Old Spice leak, which I can't believe is a thing I just said, Toasterinans from Odyssey will apparently play some sort of role in this movie. And look, there's Yoshi, further proving my last point. So they're obviously not just gonna pull from the Galaxy games for this movie, but even if they did, there's still a lot to work with. And if we look at the title here, it already looks like they're going to pull locations straight out of the Galaxy games. I mean, the giant question mark shaped thing off to the right there most closely resembles Gusty Garden Galaxy. And this kind of sort of resembles Beach Bowl Galaxy with the waterfalls and whatnot, but I could be wrong. And there's other miscellaneous things here too, but I'm assuming they don't want to show off like the major locations of the movie yet with how relevant they may be to the plot. And can I just talk about how potentially majestic the soundtrack for this movie may be? I mean, as long as they don't over-rely on licensed music and actually do cinematic versions of songs from the Galaxy games, this may be contender for the best soundtrack out of any video game movie ever. And just looking past everything I've said thus far, doesn't just the simple premise of a movie being about Mario in space just sound really cool? Yeah, exactly, and that's why I think this film has a lot of potential to be great and why I'm really excited for it. And the last thing I'll talk about is I think it's really cool how we follow specifically a yellow butterfly during this trailer. While during the final cutscene of the first Mario Galaxy, I believe a yellow butterfly lands on Mario's hat. And where does this butterfly land first in the trailer? That's right, Mario's hat. So I just think that's a really cool nod to the first Mario Galaxy game. And yeah, that's about all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm really excited for this movie, and bye-bye. Yeah, so I know the last thing I talked about, I said would be the last thing I talked about in this video, but come on, the next movie has to be a Mario Sunshine movie. It just has to happen, right?